Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I had a request from, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Hina Bukhari. I'm really sorry if I have pronounced that wrong. And she told me that she really loves kind of the fairy-like aesthetic, like doll-like or innocent type of makeup. And she kind of wanted me to do a inspired look from Ophelia, which funny enough Daisy Ridley does play in the current show, although I haven't watched it yet. So yeah, she wants me to do that inspired look, but also incorporate some of the kind of fairy tale, innocent kind of aesthetic to it. So I will put a picture of Ophelia, or Daisy Ridley, on the screen here. As you see, it's very kind of no makeup look. But then also she showed me this Instagram account, which I'll put up here, Sonia Sadova, who, as you can see, yeah, it's kind of that innocent, very like beautiful, soft skin, blusher, pink blusher, but quite minimal everywhere else. That's what I'm going to attempt to do. I don't know what to call it, but it's kind of a mashup of those kind of looks. So a very kind of fairy tale, Shakespearean, innocent type of makeup, and I think a lot of people will enjoy this as well. I'm going to use kind of quite minimal products, I think, as well to achieve this look. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the 100% Pure Mattifying Primer to prep and prime skin. I'm kind of going for I'm not going to go super glow, but I'm also not going to go matte with the base. It's definitely like a soft look to the skin, and there is like a natural glow. So I'm not going to go heavy with highlighter or heavy with powder, kind of in that in between stage. Okay, so I'm initially going to go in with the Lily Lolo Cotton Foundation. As you can see, it's pretty much out. And I'm just going to do a light layer of this because I'm going to mix something else in with it just to give, because this isn't my perfect kind of match. I am a little bit probably fairer than this foundation, but the one shade down was a bit too pink for my likings. So I'm going to mix something else in with it just to give it a bit more of that fair tones to it. But just to start off with, this is a light layer for my base. So I did dive into my kit and picked out the Revolution concealer that I have in C1. And I'm just going to dot this around the face and just lightly mix this in. I'm not going to go too heavy because it's quite a heavy concealer, but it should hopefully just ever so slightly bring this foundation to my kind of true skin tone. Just pop it under the eyes and just make sure my blemishes are nice and covered. So yeah, so I decided to cut my hair off. I've never been someone who's suited long hair, I don't think, or enjoyed long hair. I know I had kind of before Christmas, or kind of, yeah, at the end of last year, it was the longest it's ever been for me. And I did enjoy it because it was fun, you could do different hairstyles, but I just think I am more of a short-haired kind of person, and I do enjoy it, and I actually find it more manageable. Admittedly, I wasn't meant to go quite this short when I was cutting it, but I don't mind too much. I'm kind of hoping now I've cut everything off, it'll just help the curls, with trying to get my curls back. It might help with the lift and the spring. Okay, so I think I'm happy with my base. Like I said, I'm just going to do a little bit of setting down the T-zone, but I'm going to keep everything else kind of the natural glow that's coming through. And like I said, I'm not going to add any highlighter to this either, so I'm just going to, as I've got my sponge in my hand, I'm going to take it. This is the 100% Pure Bamboo Powder. And just lightly set the T-zone area. So ideally I wanted a cream blusher for this, but I don't have one in the kind of pinky tone that I'm after. So I'm going to try a lipstick, and if it doesn't work, I will go with powder blush instead. So I'm taking the Lily Lolo lipstick in Passion Pink, which is quite a vibrant pink, but I'm hoping I'll be able to blend it out quite nicely. So I'm just going to dab. I might work in small sections with this and just go in with the brush I use for foundation. Just pat in. Okay, that does work. Just need, I might warm up it on my finger first. That might help a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking how this is going so far. I am going to keep on building this up, but just bit by bit. Okay, so I'm really happy with how that looks as a cream blusher. I think it definitely gives that innocence to the skin and the face. Potentially I might go with a little bit more, but I'm going to keep on with the rest of the look first. Yeah, I think that's really, really pretty. So I'm going to move on to eyebrows. I'm going to try and do something quite light, and I may do the kind of soap brow thing just to kind of soften them, but also make the hair stand out a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to just do my eyebrows how I normally will, but just do it much lighter. So obviously going in my ABH palette. So I'm just going to take a slightly lighter hand if I can. And then just fluff through the brow. Okay, I can't find the soap I wanted to use, so I'm actually going to go in a little bit of hairspray on a spoolie, nothing too much, just to kind of go through the brows and fluff them up a little bit. Okay, moving on to the eyes. You know, I'm going to take a little bit of the lipstick again and just dab onto the eyes, but very lightly, because I don't want obviously a pink eye, but yeah, just a little bit. If I zoom in a bit more, a bit on the eyes. I may regret this. And then I'm going to go in with my Kosas lip oil in Jellyfish and just do a light coat of this across the eyes, just to give a slight glossy feel. What I am going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of white to the waterline, just to kind of open up the eyes and give it like slightly more bigger eyes and kind of more doll-like eyes. I wish I had a cream shade or a nude shade, but I've only got white. So this is a Colourpop pencil, so I'm just going to go in with that instead and just lightly run it in the waterline. So I'm going to actually dip into the rose quartz again and take the shimmer that's just up here and just lightly go along the lash line just to help brighten a bit more. Nothing too heavy. And I'm also going to pop it into the inner corner as well. Now, this is where kind of more, I guess, the modern twist comes in, because she also said that she's not a fan of black or brown mascaras on her eyes. She likes one with a bit of colour to it. So I'm actually going to go in with a pop of blue. So this is the Colourpop Blow Your Mind mascara, in obviously it's like a nice deep blue. I haven't used this for a while, and I thought actually, especially with the pinks, it could be quite interesting, and like I said, just a little modern twist to the look, and I still think it will give that kind of fairy tale, fairy aesthetic to it. So I'm just going to go with a few light layers on the upper lashes. Might just do a little bit on the lower lashes, but mainly upper lashes. And I'm not going to thicken them up too much either. Just keep them nice, light. Yeah, nice and light. Something like that, so it still just gives a nice light look to the eyes and soft, and I guess helps that innocent kind of feel. But like I said, when the light hits certain ways, you can see the hint of blue peeking through, which I think is really nice. Okay, moving on to the lips. Again, I'm going to go back in with the pink lipstick, and I'm just going to dab this on mainly in the centre of the lips. blend out the finger. I definitely don't think this is a look where you want like a precise lip line at all. And I'm going to go back in with the lip oil from Kosas and give my lips a nice glossy feel, but I'm going to put this onto my finger so I don't ruin the applicator with pink. Okay, so that's this makeup look complete. I really hope I managed to achieve the look that was desired. Definitely a modern twist on kind of the Shakespearean Ophelia look. Kind of mix it in with that fairy aesthetic, the innocent kind of looking makeup, with just the blusher on the skin, I think, which looks really nice. And almost, I do feel I could go into a little bit more with this. So I always love to do your guys' requests, but I also get a little bit nervous that maybe the outcome isn't what is necessarily always wanted or expect or hoped for. So I do hope I managed to achieve kind of the aesthetic and the feel that was desired. So I think this is really nice. Like I said, very innocent looking, kind of got that whimsical fairy feel with it, with very like simple skin and just blusher. And I love the pop of blue on the eyes with mascara. It does look really cool and slightly modern twist to it. So I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave any requests for future videos down below, and I'll see you in my next video.